God says, only 11 minutes have left, and it will be over for you. My child, you have reached a crucial point in your life, where a moment that was written in your destiny has now arrived. The time of waiting, the long journey you have walked, and the prayers you have whispered have led you to this very moment. The decisions you make in the next few minutes will alter the course of your life. It may seem like an ordinary moment to the world around you, but to me it is a defining moment. You have asked, you have sought, you have knocked, and I have listened. Now, I am here to speak to you, to guide you, and to warn you. Know this, child, you are not alone. I have been with you every step of the way, even when you could not feel my presence, even when the darkness seemed to surround you. You must understand, though, that there is a reason for everything. Every trial, every moment of suffering has been to refine you, to prepare you for the greatness that I have set before you. But greatness comes at a cost. It comes with responsibility, with courage, and with willingness to stand firm even when everything around you is crumbling. Your heart has been heavy with uncertainty, and your spirit weary from the battles you have fought. You have faced adversity that others may never understand. But I see you, child. I see the strength in your heart, the light that is never truly dimmed, even when you thought it would. You have come to a point where the next step will either propel you toward the life I have prepared for you or lead you astray. You have been given free will, but now in these final moments you must choose. Choose wisely, for the consequences of your choices will echo through eternity. You are standing on the edge of a door, a threshold that separates the life you have known from the life I have planned for you. This door is not just a door to a future of peace, joy, and fulfillment. No, this door is one that leads you into a world of challenges, a world where your faith will be tested and your strength will be tested like never before. But on the other side of this door lies the person I have always intended for you to become, the person who will carry my message to the world. The person who will shine my light in the darkest corners of the earth. You have been chosen for a purpose greater than anything you could have imagined, and I have equipped you with everything you need to fulfill that purpose. But the question remains, will you walk through the door? I know the doubts that linger in your heart. I know the fears that grip you, making you question whether you are truly worthy of the calling I have placed upon you. But hear me now. Child, you are worthy, you are more than capable. I have never called anyone to a task without giving them the strength and the tools they need to complete it. You must trust in the power I have placed within you. You must believe in the truth of my promises, for I am not a man that I should lie. Every word I have spoken over your life is true, and the time has come for those words to manifest. Do not look at your past and think that it disqualifies you from the future I have prepared for you. Your mistakes, your failures, your struggles, they do not define you. They are but stepping stones on the path I have carved for you. I have forgiven you, child, and I have made all things new. Your past has no power over you unless you allow it to. The only thing that matters now is the choice you make in these final moments. Will you trust me fully? Will you step forward in faith, knowing that I will guide you every step of the way? Or will you turn away from the life I have set before you, choosing instead to remain in the comfort of the familiar, even though it is not what I have intended for you? I understand your hesitation, my child. I know the weight of your heart. But let me tell you this, there is a place of peace, a place of rest, waiting for you on the other side of this decision. There is a freedom that can only be found in following the path I have set before you. The road may not always be easy, but it is the road that leads to fulfillment, to joy, and to the abundant life I have promised you. And though you may face hardship along the way, know that I will never leave you. My presence will go with you, and my strength will uphold you. You are not alone in this journey. You are not alone in your battles. You are not alone in this journey. You are not alone in your battles. But listen closely, for the time is short and you must decide. You may feel that there is more time, that you can delay this decision, but know that the moment is upon you. Your life is about to change, and there will be no turning back. The door is open, and it will soon close. Choose now while you still have the opportunity. Will you walk through the door that leads to your divine purpose, or will you remain where you are in the life you have known, too afraid to move forward, too afraid to trust in the unknown? I do not wish to see you miss this moment, my child. I do not wish for you to live in regret, to look back and wonder what could have been. I have set before you life and death, blessing and curse, and I urge you to choose life. Choose the path of purpose. Choose the path of purpose. Choose the path of faith. Choose the path that will bring you into the fullness of the life I have promised. Do not be swayed by the voices of doubt, by the voices of fear. You are not bound by your past. You are not bound by the limitations of your circumstances. You are free in me. I am calling you to rise above the doubts that have held you captive, to rise above the voices that have told you you are not enough. You are more than enough, child. You are my beloved. You are precious in my sight, and I have chosen you for such a time as this. Do not be afraid. Do not hesitate. The door is open, and the time has come. Walk through it and embrace the life I have prepared for you. I will not force you, my child. The choice is yours. But I ask you, what will you do with the gift of this moment? What will you do with the time I have given you? Will you squander it? Or will you step into the destiny I have called you to? There are those who have waited for you to make this decision. There are those whose lives will be impacted by the choice you make in these final moments. You may not see it now, but your decision will have a ripple effect, affecting not only your own life but the lives of many others. I have placed you where you are for a reason, and the time has come for you to step into your calling, to fulfill the purpose for which you were created. You have been prepared, and now you are ready. The darkness you feel around you is only temporary, child. The light is coming, the light of my truth, the light of my love will shine through you, and it will dispel every shadow. You will be a beacon of hope, a beacon of truth, to those who are lost in the darkness. You will be the hands and feet of my love, the mouthpiece of my message, and the light that leads others to me. My child, the moment you are standing in now is not by accident nor by chance. This moment has been carefully woven into the fabric of your destiny. Every single step you have taken, every joy, every sorrow, every moment of triumph and trial has led you to this point. Nothing is random. Everything has been part of my divine plan, shaping you, molding you, preparing you for this pivotal moment. I want you to understand that nothing in your life has been wasted. Even in times when you felt lost, when you questioned your purpose or wondered if the struggles you endured had any meaning at all, know that they were not in vain. Each and every experience, whether joyous or painful, has been a necessary thread in the tapestry of your destiny. The road you've walked has not always been easy, and at times it may have seemed like you were walking alone. But, beloved child, I have never left you. Even in the darkest valleys, when you felt abandoned and overwhelmed, I was right there beside you. The very breath you took in those moments was a reminder of my presence. Even in silence I was speaking to you, preparing you for what is to come. You are standing at the crossroads of your destiny, at the edge of something magnificent, and the time for indecision has passed. You are about to step into a new chapter of your life, a chapter that has been written long before you were born. This is the moment where all that you have learned, all that you have experienced will culminate. The choices you make now will shape the next chapter of your journey. This is not a time for fear or hesitation. This is not a time for fear or hesitation. This is the moment to stand firm in the truth of who you are and the purpose I have called you to fulfill. I have led you to this moment, and my plan for you has never wavered. But understand, child, that while I have written your destiny, it is your actions, your choices, and your faith that will determine how this plan unfolds. You have been given the gift of free will. It is a beautiful gift, for it allows you to choose to act and to move in alignment with my will for your life. But it is also a responsibility. You are not a passive observer in your own life. You are an active participant, and your choices, however small they may seem in the moment, are the very things that will either bring you closer to the fullness of your destiny or pull you away from it. It is in these moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. You see, my child, your life has always been unfolding in accordance with my divine plan, but it is your willingness to trust, to walk in obedience, and to embrace the lessons along the way that will open the doors to the life I have set before you. Every action you take, no matter how seemingly insignificant, is a step toward the future I have designed for you. Do not be deceived into thinking that this moment is like any other. This is not a time for complacency. The world may try to distract you, to pull you in 100 different directions, but you must understand that your purpose is at hand. You have been called for such a time as this. The choices you make now will define not only your future, but also the impact you will have on those around you. The decisions you make will affect the lives of your loved ones, your community, and even those you have yet to meet. You are part of a greater plan, and your actions ripple out, touching the lives of others in ways you may not yet comprehend. Look at your life up until this point. Look at the lessons you have learned, the growth you have experienced, and the challenges you have overcome. You have been prepared, child. The person you are becoming is not the person you once were. You have been transformed through every hardship, every victory, and every lesson along the way. Formed through every hardship, every victory, and every lesson along the way. You may not see it now, but you are stronger, wiser, and more capable than you were before. The path you have walked has been necessary. You needed to experience those moments of doubt, those moments of pain, because they have equipped you with the strength and the wisdom needed to navigate the next phase of your journey. It is true, child, that sometimes my plans may not align with your own understanding. There have been moments when you have questioned why things happened the way they did, when you have wondered why certain doors were closed to you or why you had to endure pain or loss. But I ask you to trust in my plan. What you saw as setbacks were in fact moments of redirection. What you saw as obstacles were actually opportunities for growth. Every challenge was a lesson in disguise, and I have used it all to prepare you for what lies ahead. The road you have walked has led you to a point of transformation. This moment is your turning point. You are not who you once were. You are not the person you were when you first started this journey. You are stronger, wiser, and more in tune with the divine plan I have set before you, and now, as you stand on the precipice of this new chapter, you must make a choice. You must decide whether you will step forward in faith, trusting that I will lead you, or whether you will retreat into the comfort of the past, holding on to what is familiar but ultimately unfulfilling. Understand, child, that this moment is not just a turning point for you. It is the beginning of something far greater. The decisions you make will not only shape your life but also the lives of others. You have been called to be a light in this world, to carry my message of love, hope and redemption. The world is dark and many are lost, but you have been chosen to be a beacon of light, a living example of my love and my grace. The choices you make now will determine how brightly that light shines. This is why this moment is so crucial. You have been prepared for this time. You have been given everything you need to succeed. But you must act. You must move forward in faith, trusting that I will guide you every step of the way. I will not leave you, child. My presence will go with you, and I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. No matter what challenges you face, no matter how difficult the road may seem, I will be with you. And through it all, you will become the person I have always intended for you to. Do not fear the unknown, do not fear the challenges that lie ahead, for I am with you and I have already gone before you to prepare the way. You are not walking this path alone. I have placed people in your life who will support you, guide you, and encourage you along the way. And when you feel weak, when you feel uncertain, you can call upon me and I will give you the strength you need to keep moving forward. The moment you are standing in is not the end of your journey, child. It is the beginning of a new chapter. The life I have planned for you is not a life of comfort and ease. No, my child, the path ahead will be challenging, but it will also be incredibly rewarding. You will discover a depth of purpose and fulfillment that you have never known before. You will see my hand at work in your life in ways that will astound you. But it will require courage. It will require you to step out of your comfort zone and trust in me fully. The moment you are in is one of great significance, for it is a moment of divine alignment. Everything that has happened in your life, every event, every encounter, has led you here. This is not just a moment in time, it is a moment of destiny. You are at a crossroads, my child, and the path you choose now will lead you to the future I have prepared for you. Will you choose to walk in faith, trusting that I am with you every step of the way? Or will you let fear and doubt hold you back from the incredible blessings that await you? The road ahead may not always be easy. There will be moments of struggle, moments of doubt, and moments when you will question whether it is worth it. But know this, child, it is always worth it. The rewards of walking in my will are immeasurable. You will experience joy, peace, and fulfillment like never before. You will become the person I have created you to be, a person of purpose, a person of strength, a person of unwavering faith. So, my beloved, I ask you, will you take the next step? Will you trust me with the next chapter of your life? Will you walk in faith, knowing that I am leading you to a future of hope and fulfillment? The time is now, my child. The moment of destiny is upon you. Step forward in faith, and watch as I unfold the next chapter of your life. I love you, and I am with you always. Amen.